a great little problem here that could be a real time saver as you're going through the AP exam. You should have this memorized. And there are three basic limits that I think you ought to have memorized. One of those is the limit as x approaches 0 of sine x over x. And you should recognize that that has a value of 1. You should also know the limit as x approaches 0 of 1 minus cosine of x over x. That should come out to be 0. And you should know that the limit as x approaches infinity of 1 plus 1 over x to the x goes to e. Those would be great to memorize, but if for some reason you haven't memorized those, I'm going to give you a BC calculus tool that I think even AP students would benefit from, and that's called L'Hopital's rule. And what L'Hopital's rule says is that if the limit as x approaches c, or infinity, of f of x over g of x yields an indeterminate form of 0 over 0 or infinity over infinity, that limit is going to be the same thing as the limit as x approaches c of f prime of x divided by g prime of x. So in this case over here, we do a direct substitution and we end up with 1 minus the cosine of 0, which would be 1 minus 1 or 0. And x is obviously going to 0. It's indeterminate form, and we're going to lope this thing up. Which means we've got the limit as x approaches 0 of the derivative of 1 is 0, the derivative of cosine x is negative sine x, and the derivative of x is 1. Now as x goes to 0, sine of x goes to 0, and this limit just goes to 0. And that's our final answer, and that's how you get it without memorizing it, but instead by using L'Hopital's rule, which is really a powerful rule.